Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to StarForge. I caved and decided to download this game if you haven't heard about it. It's supposed to be sort of a sandbox game like Minecraft, but without blocks. You can do things like change the terrain. So kind of similar to Minecraft in that sense. You can put like block-like structures down, but in a slightly different way than is done with Minecraft. You have these. You can see the blocks you put down react differently to each other. So yeah, I decided to download this as a cool thing to start out with a new episode. Since I haven't made anything in a while, I just took that big test I was telling you guys about, that big medical school test. Actually today, I was quite glad to get it out of the way. So yeah, but that means I'll have a little more sort of more free time. I'm actually getting married in a week, so my amount of free time is a little limited, because of that. But anyways, I wanted to give you guys a quick spotlight of this game as something cool to show. I turned the volume down significantly on it. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if it's acceptable. So this is like the 0.1 alpha, I think, like the very early pre-alpha for this game, and it's completely free to download, actually, which is kind of cool. But it's, of course, because it's like a 0.0 thing, it's quite difficult also to, well, do anything in, actually. Alright, let's see if I can get up this. So, oh, and you, of course, can see through things sometimes. Yeah, it's a little glitchy. But the idea of the game really is sort of an inspiration of Halo, Minecraft, all that kind of stuff mixed. As you can see, you have a gun, and if you change the camera angle, you can see your character is actually quite a bit like the Spartans from Halo. Now, if you look at it right now, the animations are kind of, well, interesting to say the least. But again, this is a pre-alpha, so any kind of problems like this, I think, have to be excused, if for no reason other than that. But the premise of the game is pretty cool. So I think in this pre-alpha build, it's like creative mode type stuff, and there's this one level they have right now, and basically you can do a few things. So depending on which button you press along the top of your keyboard, if you press 1, you pull out your gun, and right now there's only one gun in the game, and there's only one character you can play as, which is the Spartan looking dude. But there actually will be other characters playable in the game. They have a few of them already picked out, but they look like this character is geared more towards combat, whereas other characters may be geared more towards digging or building, stuff like that. So the second thing you can do, of course, is build like I did there, and I think if you press, is it E? Hold up, let me check the guide. Let's see. To select the tile sets, press and hold E. Okay, and you can pull up this fairly cool menu. And I don't know if you guys have seen anything, but okay, so unfortunately the controls right now for me are a little tough to do, but you can see that this is definitely a different look. I don't know how that got behind me. The lighting up there looks cool, by the way, but interesting. But see, the way you build in this is quite easy. Of course, right now I'm building everything for free. In the actual game, you would probably have to like collect resources for it. So here's another tile set. I don't know why I'm building behind myself. It's a little bit of a problem. But this is like the fancy tile set, and let's see what else we have there. Did I try this one? That's the one I already did. And then I have this. Just like a sort of cobblestoned one. Okay, and then this last one is... Okay, now this one is like a nicer, smooth stone type thing. So, again, still a little bit difficult right now at this moment, but also right now everything is completely free. So yeah, so you can actually download this thing for free right now. You can also sign up as like a founder and stuff like that if you want to support them. Sort of, it's not Kickstarter, but it's sort of that same, you know, indie principle, which I kind of like. So the third, what was the third thing? Okay, the third one was where you, so if you press, so again, to press, to get all the stuff built up, sorry, I'm a little tired right now from that test, so mine's kind of going crazy. But anyways, you can actually dig quite a bit like this, and you can actually dig straight through the world right now. I don't think that they'll have that probably in the finished game, but if you guys haven't seen any of these videos yet on this game, what happens when you fall through the world is quite funny, because you all of a sudden are back in the world, and you fall back pretty close to where you had actually landed, and make terrible sounds when you land. I don't know if you could hear that over me talking. There are monsters in this game. They're quite glitchy right now, as you can see. But they do exist, and they do. Oh boy. Okay, so. Just want to make sure you guys see that that's happening right there. I don't... I'm a little lost. Okay. So... I'm going to... So as you can see, the game can be a little glitchy, but there will be like these horrible monsters. I actually placed this item right here, and that's what got me out of that crazy upside-down standstill. And I'll show you what that is in a second. Okay, so basically, if you press mode 4, again, where 3 is changing the terrain, 2 is actually building stuff, and 1 is shooting. 4 will let you do something kind of interesting, which is... Oh, let's see if I can get this to work. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can actually pick up trees, which is kind of cool. And I don't know if you press this button. Let me actually check the guide again. So 4 is tree chop mode. And at the tree, hold E and aim at the tree to chop it up. So supposedly I would imagine that when this game is finished, you'd actually go to trees, knock them down the way that I just showed you, and then it's not really breaking, but you chop them down like that, break them into logs like that, and that would probably refill your resources, which then you would use to build things like this. And of course it's pressing shift to run, by the way. Oh god. So you can imagine, though, if once this game gets finished, this actually would be quite terrifying, because first of all, it's quite loud, sorry about that. But once it's more finished, that'll be kind of terrifying. And I think they actually have done a lot more finishing touches to the game since they released this build. And I think, I looked on the forums, and it looked like they are going to release another build pretty soon. So that's kind of cool. So anyways, let's see, 5, okay, yeah. So now, if you press 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, those all drop different items. So if you press 5, you get this, like, machine gun turret. Press 6, you get pretty cool rocket launcher. And that's one nice thing about this game, as opposed to, you know, Minecraft where you build things with blocks, they can have preset things that are quite nice here. If you press 7, oh, I'm inside of it, you get one of these, which is what's sticking out of the ground there. And it'll actually spin around, and if this is going to make... They're actually quite dangerous, because if they hit you, they can, they'll knock you back. But the nice thing is they'll knock enemies back, too. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's see if we can get ourselves hit by that. Is it gonna... I don't know how to make it spin, but as you can see, there's some pretty cool ragdoll physics in this game. I told you before, I'm tired. And so that was, I think, press number 7 puts that there. Number 8 gives you a vertical one, which, as you can imagine, well, let me see if I can jump on top of this. Alright. And you'll go flying through the air, so it's just quite disorienting. Just pick up another tree there. Why not? So obviously right now there's not a whole lot of point to the game. It's just kind of messing around and seeing what all you can do, playing with the physics engine, stuff like that. But you can actually order a wave of enemies to come in, which is why you're seeing particle effects over here, because the guns and... oh boy. Okay, I got hit by my own rocket. But you can have... you actually press 0 to summon enemies right now. And in addition to randomly spawning, you can see this is kind of rough. I mean, if you look at the rockets trails, and by the way, this is also... I have this on the good graphics setting, but my computer... it's a pretty good computer, and it's suffering right now. It's I think I opened Task Manager to see how much of my RAM this was using, and I think it was using a whole megabyte of my RAM. This game was just to, like, not even doing anything, just being open. So you can already see some lagging. I'm sure it's probably using more with Fraps recording at the same time. And fortunately, I do think they have significant plans to edit the programming so that it'll, I guess, run a bit more smoothly. But anyways, I think I seem to have made a mess of... So, yeah, you can see there's... they have a little ways to go on developing it, but I actually, if you look at the videos on the developer's YouTube site, you can see that they have some promising looking things, including like a helicopter that had rocket jets on it, and that's some other cool stuff. But actually, all of this noise is annoying me, so I'm going to pause the recording real quick and reset this map, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright guys, what's up? I'm back, and as you can see, I've been building a little bit. So there's the spawn point. I built up a little ways and did this pathway over here to be over top of this big rock here. I'm actually trying to what I'm trying to do might be something I'm going to fail at, which is why I decided to get above this rock, because it's a place that I think would be cool regardless. So basically, I'm trying to... well, as you can see, the controls are still a little finicky. But you can actually get above the clouds, apparently, and you can see those little asteroids out there in the game. You can actually, well, actually you can get all the way out to them. But I have no intention of climbing that high. But just to the cloud level, I think would be a really cool place to get to. I think that'd be pretty sweet. Just in my opinion. One problem with this game is it does tend to make me dizzy. I don't know if you guys have had that experience with it, but like as I mindlessly jump up here, well, in addition to having some problems with jumping, by the way, jumping is something that should be easy. So Alright, let's see how high am I. Alright, so I've made it up pretty high. Actually, you can see, I think there is a very clear end of the world, unfortunately, on this level. Right now, it's not an endless, randomly generated... Oh god. Oh, here I go. So yeah. Well, so much for that. I was hoping to get a little bit higher than that, but, oh. Let's see if I can walk up this a bit better. Okay. So I think these rocks over here are floating, if I'm not mistaken. Because this is, the physics on this is pretty cool, though. And the lighting, I don't know if they intended it to look like that, but I think that looks kind of epic, actually. In its own weird sort of way. So I'm going to try and see if I can't get up here to the, let me get into, oh boy. See if I can't get up here. Oh, there's one thing that'll always work, and that is just digging a hole. Oh god. So as you can see, it's glitchy. It's fairly glitchy. It's really glitchy, actually. Can't seem to climb up there. I think they didn't want you to get up outside of the level, but I am really quite set on it. So, God, this is really making me dizzy. Okay. God. Apparently, this game will have permadeath, which is a feature that I don't know. God, this is making me really... I hope this isn't making you two guys too dizzy. Okay. So, let's get a little bit closer to the wall here. So that if we do fall, we'll have a nice, safe place to hide. So that is kind of cool back there. I don't know if they'll have randomly generated worlds. I hope they will. I think they will. But I've watched the video from the producer, as well as a few other YouTubers who made videos on this game, and it got me excited. So I wanted to check it out and let you guys take a look at what the at the game. I'd hope that the glitchiness of the alpha and stuff like that won't turn you guys off to the game. It's not. I mean, it's not even alpha really. It's like early pre-alpha. So that kind of problem, I don't think, is something that should be held against a game. People can be really harsh judges of something, but they've put a lot of work into this. And so even if it's a super glitchy one limited map type thing right now, that doesn't mean it can't turn into something epic in the future, maybe even the near future. I do think they said they wanted to have a new build out in the next week or so. So let's see. Oh boy. So I'm probably going to have to... Yeah, so if you look right here, the running graphics are pretty cool, actually. I mean, well, not this part, but like... well, maybe I spoke too soon. But the fact that some of it, they do need to work on the, well, what if he's running, what if he's jumping type stuff. But I think for the nice part, though, is that they're not modal type things, which means that, like, you can do kind of cool stuff. Oh boy. I'm probably going to fall forever. Oh no, actually, oh boy. Yeah. So I do like the camera effect, though, how it... Oh boy. So you can see, the thing I built is actually quite tall. You know, it doesn't look all that... Oh god. So you have to think, though, once this game actually has, like, health and stuff, this might be kind of terrifying, actually. Crap, I keep forgetting the controls. So one thing you probably would want to do is build a house. I'm going to... see if I selected that correctly. And I don't know, I'm assuming that the houses will be somewhat destructible by enemies, but maybe they won't. But I'm going to build a rudimentary house right now. And maybe call a wave of enemies and do a, see how that goes. It's going to be very rudimentary, though. I will make it even, though. Okay. So you can see that, you know, in the actual game, this probably would be costing a ton of resources, and so your house would have to be much more reasonable. And also, there won't be really ugly-looking castles in the sky like that. But you know, they're working on it, I think, and we'll see what they. Ah, crap! I think you tap E. Yeah. Okay. So the controls are actually kind of intuitive, despite being a little shaky, especially when you're in third person. It's very shaky in third person. But you can continue in the plane that you were building in pretty easily, which is nice. I would like to have windows, but I guess when you're on a hostile alien planet, windows aren't something you can really afford. The enemies in this game, by the way, really remind me of the Zerg from StarCraft. I don't know if they were inspired at all by that or not. Be interesting to see. Okay, so I'm one too tall here, and okay, there we go. So now we have a fortress, sort of, without a roof. Let's go ahead and build that roof. I'm interested to see what happens with the lighting, too, when we cut off the sunlight. You can see the, you can see they do have lens flare, and they do have lighting that is somewhat realistic. And I do think that your bases will actually have to, well, despite being somewhat realistic, it also is somewhat unrealistic, as I think that when you look, yep, because the sun's over there, and, well, you can't have everything perfect all at once, I guess. So, oh, crap, I'm still in delete mode, aren't I? Okay, so let's see. Well, now we have like an entrance, and I am lagging a little bit, unfortunately. But let's put out some turrets. Oh crap! I do wish there was like a punch button. That, oops. Well, let's put some turrets out. Oh god. And you can see they have a little ways to go with the realism on that part. But now at least if an enemy comes, they'll... Oh, this is funny but also slightly frustrating. Oh, the one other thing I didn't show you guys that's really cool, actually, is this right here. Big spotlight. That reminds me of, I think it reminds me of BioShock. It makes me think of BioShock for some reason. I've never actually even played that game. One thing is, I don't think any of these things are destroyable by either you or your, I don't know why I'm lagging. I feel like I'm lagging. Oh, there is also a slow motion button, though, so now I'm not actually lagging, I'm actually in slow motion controlling stuff, although it, oh, okay, that's making me actually nauseous, so, maybe they need to, like, have a nausea-free option on this game. Yeah, that would be nice. God, oh boy. Well, there's still some work to be done, but let me get on inside here, because one thing I did want to try out. Huh. So the lighting is a little weird. Okay, yeah. Let's take this outside actually to try it, away from all of that stuff. Although, let's call away the enemies. Just because we can. Oh boy. So at this point, oh boy. So at this point in time, there's not much else to go with the game, except you can do some parkour type stuff, which I think would be really cool if they decide to do adventure maps on this game. I mean, I don't think this would be able to rival what Yog Ventures is trying to do. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with their plans or not, but it's looking actually pretty epic, because what they're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to put your own programming and not programming in the sense of like making anything too crazy, but like making your own oh god, what's the word? Animations for you know, the characters you put in there to perform stuff like that. So the options actually will be quite good as a result of that. So I'm going to try something here that I have seen. I think I need 2 blocks. So for the parkour type stuff with this game, making a yeah, this block building set is actually quite it really is quite intuitive, actually. Yeah, it really is. So I'm going to try, my goal is going to be to try to get up to this platform right here, which obviously is kind of difficult. I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not. Oh, no, not quite. Maybe I need to run, but I almost got up there. I mean, and that's higher than I can normally jump. So let me try it. Oh boy. Didn't quite have the momentum to do it. Did it. Somewhat clumsily, albeit. They really do need to put something in here to make climbing single blocks easier, because I'm having more trouble getting up here. Yeah. I'm sure they'll do that, but as you can see, though, the potential adventure map and just general game things possible with that would be kind of cool. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know if there is much else to it. If you look at the heads-up display on here, this is something that I haven't even really thought of myself, but you can look there. It looks like there's a level bar on the top, I guess, well, the bottom left of the screen, the top one of those 2 bars. It looks like this character is currently level 10. And then it looks like you have a stamina bar, which I'm supposing would get destroyed by running and being attacked and stuff like that. There's also a health bar and what looks like either a defense or an ammunition or maybe a resource bar. I can't really tell. This is kind of fun though, trying to... Oh god. And now they're going to have to work on that though. Okay, let's try this again. So yeah, actually I really do think this is going to be... Okay, I'm trying to figure out the physics of this, because you're kind of like jumping off the wall. So I'm not sure how the game's trying to do it. It's obviously not... It's realistic physics, it's not maybe realistic human physics, but you can like sort of bounce off the wall to get super high jumps. This could be great for different sort of creative maps. That being said though, I'm probably going to have to stop playing this in a second here because I'm actually getting physically sick from all of this motion. And by the way, that looks sort of like an elf face right there. You see it? Like an ear right there, and then an eye, and then a pointy nose with a nostril, and a mouth and a pointed chin, a little forehead there, a neck right there. That's what it looks like to me. Maybe I'm crazy, but to me that's what that looks like actually. Let's get a little closer and see. Nope, looks like it's just a completely random. You can see how it's kind of nice how the running does fairly smoothly. Well, not in super third person, I guess, but yeah. Sorry for that noise, by the way. That's my dog scratching on the door trying to get in here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for you guys that don't want to bore you with this. I think I'll probably leave this game alone for a while until they come out with the next build because there's not much else for me to do here. And it does get frustrating right now. But it's exciting though for what might come of the game in the future. Who knows? So yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that until next time, guys. Take care and have a good one. And actually, I would encourage you though, if you haven't heard of this game, do take a look at the videos from the developers and stuff like that because it does look quite promising. And I hope I didn't inadvertently turn you off to the game by by showing you all the glitches and stuff like that that are currently in there. But yeah, guys, thanks again for watching. All right, I'll see you later. Peace.